Well, hello and welcome back to Bad Creators with our Iron Teeth Beaver. Once again, thank you for joining me and our lovely beavers and bots. And we're looking at two things that we are going to work on today. One in the foreground and one big hunk of a mess in the background. Before we get to the big project, which is the one in the background, let's deal with a comment I received about the stuff in the foreground. And here's a good overlay, or I should say overview of it. And to find our problem, we're gonna have to go down. All good. Let's go down. Oh, yeah. There's called no path connection here. So I forgot to connect the staircase here. Let's speed things up and see if yep, there we go. There we go. Yep. They like this. There they go. Yep. Now, what this also means, zoop. I have the same problem here. So let's fix this one. Slow things down. Oh no, let's speed things up. Let's see if somebody takes the new path. They're gonna go take this one or that. There they go. They like this one here. At least one guy did. No one else apparently. Nope. Not yet. I guess it's oh, there they go. Shift is ending. Now this does lead to over here. I also forgot. Let's slow things down. Have a little look see. We can see I forgot to connect this path here. So let's see what this does. Might be too late in the day, but my beavers do love to work. Who doesn't love a good beaver? That's hard at work. A little faster, a little faster. Come on, guys. Let's go to work. I guess just the bots are out and about. Will we see? Oh, hang on. Pause. Ah, that explains this guy. This guy isn't connected here either. There we go. So is that going to change things? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Yeah, I'm dating myself. Ferris Bueller, Days Off. Great movie. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, one robot dude. Appreciate you. You're long gone, but I do appreciate you. Now, that brings us over to this monstrosity of a mess. I was, for the longest time, trying to get water storage down here and try to pressurize it to go up and through. Apparently, there's a thing called gravity in this game. Yes, yes. I finally figured things out, and this is wrong, which means this is wrong as well, and so is all of this. Now, I think I am going to leave that staircase for the moment. But of course not Mr. Pathy Path. What I do want to do though is let's pop up here. I completely forgot to put staircases. So we are going to start with this and it's going to go away. But I will prioritize you. Let's do that. You know, let's get rid of you. That is a monstrosity we can get rid of. And we can use a combination of this here. It is coming right through. And yeah, and let's this side. If we could decide on. Oh, do we still have a path? What? Is there still a path? Ah, there's a path there. Let's get rid of Mr. Pathy Path. Same thing. Okay, so this. We're going to start building this area up. Now, what I want to do though, you know what, let's do this. Let's get you built up. We can come out this way, build you up. And then I think that is going to be fine. It allows me to come in here, do this. I am going to come in and build this up. We have plenty of dirt. Actually, how much dirt do we have? Let's look. Let's look. We have 13,000 units of dirt. So I think we'll be okay with this little project here. This is going to go up, up, and up. Same thing here. In fact, this can work itself up all the way. And you'll see a little bit of a difference here in a second. But that can go this way. I am going to build, you know what, this. Let's do this a different way. the smarter way. At least I think it's the smarter way. We'll turn it this way. Bring you up. And we can level you out there. Beauty. So that army of beavers, hard at work. Go, go, go. Now, the next thing I want to do is actually come over here. And I am going to take some 4x1 overhangs. Those will not be those. These would be those. And we're going to put a bunch of platforms there. Along with, I'm not on update 7 yet. So we're going to have to live with the levees. And we can just build you up there. And you'll see, well, yeah. We're going to start having to build it up that way. Now, I do need to start laying things out here as well. Oh, let's get dangerous. That's probably going to be okay, but yeah, that's fine. That's going to be fine. But we've got to get all this done, although they can reach all that. Okay, cool. So what that means is here I can start laying out the next stage, which is a bunch of, well, you guessed it, levees. Same thing here. I can start building those up. And the key is I want to leave at least a 3. So that's going to work fine. They can come along here. Oh, we got a path to get rid of. Oh, speaking of path, I can make this go even faster if I run a path along here as well. So more beavers can get down there. So that's fine. But we will remove that path. That path, no need. That path can go the way of the dodo. Beauty. All right. Well, that is not all. Oh, too far. This I'm going to get rid of. But before I do, I want to come down here. This area, which lag, jump. This area, I'm going to get rid of this staircase. Path can go. And same thing. I'm going to need this to go. That's just was bothering me. Old project, but let's get this filled in. In fact, I want this done. So let's prioritize it so that it is not a problem. And then the next thing is, I guess prioritizing this part of the build. And the rest it can do as it see fits. We'll make this a too high priority over here. There we go. I think that's going to be fine. But you know what? That is not it. We are going to have a hardwood problem or a big wood problem. We only have 1,100 units of wood. So, but we also have a bot problem that is going to, I think, get worse. So let's zoop and deal with our bot problem. Now, you think my things look good. I think that was English. I am going to prioritize this guy by haulers. And it's tempting actually to even put in another one, but I'm not going to. But the fact that there's 36 gears required versus look at that, 315, 933. These bot limbs are a limiting factor. In fact, we might be able to see it. So I got one limb and it goes. I got 3 heads and 2 chassis. And yeah, the limbs are a limiting factor. We're doing okay for gears, but let's see if we can also improve our gear production by zooping over to our industrial area. And let's come into our science and let's put a control tower. I think one here. And one, actually, let's make sure we're good. No, we're going to put it there. So it covers all the doors. And same thing. Let's move you. There we go. All the doors except the central doors are going to get covered. Well, that's fine. Now, the problem we're going to have here, though, is they cannot reach it. It is too high. But I have a solution. And that's going to involve a 4 overhang a 2. I think it's going to have to be a 2. And this is going to be another little overhang. I don't think I can get away with a 1. Let me check. I don't think a 1's going to work. Survey says no. That has to be a 2 platform with an overhang, which means here I can go with 2, 1. Oop, not you. Got to remove Mr. Path there. It's going to temporarily disconnect some water. That's fine. Staircase, staircase, staircase. And that's going to be fine. Now I just need to come over here. We can do the same trick, which is, once again, a 4 overhang. Get rid of Mr. Path. In fact, let's do it this way. 2, 2, 1, 2 overhang. Staircase, 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 staircase. Beauty. So that's going to greatly improve our gear production. So let's do that. Let's prioritize this. That way it can get done. Might get more gears. But I think I can get away with turning off some of these other units here. I think I'll even come up here. Turn off all but 1. Actually, let's leave the center one on. Oh, no, do not delete. Do not delete. Pause these. We'll leave the center one on. I am going to pause these control towers. Because, yeah, this one's the only one that's really needed. Get that going. Oh, I do. Sorry, I want one of those still to operate. But gears, plank production, we should not run out, and that's going to help a lot. Well, we're definitely not done yet, because part of what we're mucking here today is with the water. This is going to kind of be fine, but we are going to raise that to 0.95. Now, this is operating. This is operating. It's going to be fine. But as I push more water here, it means more water comes out here, which is great, except a lot of it will just come down here. You know, which is, if it's truly excess, that's fine. But the problem we're going to have is actually related to this. So I'm going to solve part of this problem now. I'm going to put 2 pieces of dynamite, prioritize them, and we'll get this taken care of quite quickly. There we go. We've got some dynamite to go boom, boom. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, thankfully, it's not needed at the moment, but one of the things that is occurring is when this fills up, and you can see I actually have 6, well, technically 12 sluice gates there, letting a lot of the water. But once that fills up, yes, the excess comes down here out of these 3 gates. I don't think 12 is really going to help down here. So what I want to do is make sure there's always a bit of room in this, at least for now. I think this is part of the play. Put these in as they can remain open, and we keep it topped off. If there's extra space, which is unlikely. Now, this one I will just reduce down to 8. That should be fine, but we'll see. Now, before I leave, let's not forget, let's reconnect the path. That is going to be key. So, beavers, please get that done. Although, in reality, that's a too high priority. And why is it a too high priority? We have an 18-day drought before this becomes a potential problem. But given all the other stuff in the build queue, I don't want this to kind of be left languishing, because I think that's going to be bad. Okay, so with that, you think, well, is this it? No, this is going to go higher. This is going to come out. Oh, which, hang on, I can do now. So all of this is going to go away. And I'm just going to move this down here. And what's down here? Well, I could use dirt, but I'm going to stick with the platform look. It's going to come out 4. Why 4? Because that's a 4. So this is going to stick out to here. It can come up to that height for now. And I can start carving out the edges. Oop. Went a little too far. Let's get rid of you guys. And in fact, I might as well throw up the second layer here because they can reach those in due time. But no. Not done. Not done whatsoever. This is in the way. But funny enough, I've got some other work to do. So before I worry about moving this, we're going to start another big project because it's not like these beavers don't have anything to do. We're going to come in here, and I got to be careful. And I'm just going to take the top layer. Boom. At least that's the game plan. Yeah, good. Same thing here. Top layer. In fact, I'm going to leave that there for the moment. Come on down. And I'm playing with fire. So I've had to rebuild this by deleting stuff by mistake. Would be terrible. Okay, once again, we'll leave that path connected. Come along through here. Same thing. But like, you spent a lot of time with it. Yes, I did. But I don't really want all that water staying in here. So the simple point of fact is I'm going to put a bunch of levees in. Just build this up. And I'm not going, I eventually will, but I'm not going to put the impermeable floor tiles on because I need to know where I've done work and where I haven't. So this is something the beavers can do. And I think, though, I will end up, as I get down here, yep, I will prioritize some of the other things that I'm going to do, which is nice little platforms. And I think that's going to be fine. This going to get prioritized. Why? Because I want to move the storage. Go 1, 2, 3. And logs prioritized. And planks going to get prioritized. In fact, these are all going to get priority build. All I need to figure out, what takes more? Those are all logs. Do I really need planks? I will need some planks. So this other one will be logs. There we go. Now, we're down to under 1,000 logs. Oh, and we've got some free bots. That is good. But you can see this is going to take a lot of logs. A lot, because by no means is that done. So let's figure out solving that problem. Now, part of that problem is going to be solved by adding in more and actually starting to cut down. Well, actually, let's start here first. Do I have... That's a gather. That's for these guys here. These guys, they're not on a cut command. All right. In fact, though, this can be set to cut command as well. I think they can reach all of these trees. But what I want to do is, yeah, all of these... Oop, not you. All of you, you know, we can come in here and add a lumberjack. Can be a bot. That is fine. I do have 27 beavers not currently doing any work. But what I can do is come in as well. Find little nooks and crannies. This one I'll set to a beaver. That is fine. But I'm also going to have to come up here. This would be another great little spot. Prioritize you. I'll set you to a beaver. Now up here in this area, those are mangrove guys. Oh, did I set you to cut though? No, this. Is all stuff that can go cut. Now here, I think I'm going to come in and remove. This is what I'm going to have to do. is remove some areas to add in some more lumberjacks. So I think there would be a good shout out. There's a nice little spot for, oh, he'll get trapped in there, so I can't put him there. What if I put one here? Come on down, put one here. There's a nice little alcove for one here. Come down. Ah, great spot for a couple here. If I come down further, I can then remove one there. I won't worry about him, but here's a great spot for 1, 2, 3. I'll make, we're doing well with the bots. That's going to be fun. And we got bot chargers down here. It's going to be a big help. So that's going to, I think, facilitate more trees being cut, which means to make sure they're cut, going to have to come in and do large swaths to make sure they actually get cut. I do have plenty of foresters, so that is not a problem. But this, we are not hurting for pine resin. Ooh, we got a spot right there. So we can come in, put a cut command. That's probably all not reachable, but most of it probably will be. So there we go. All right, so that is going to help a lot with holding our wood, getting more. So let's just let that go. We can let things fly a bit. I'll go back around. As soon as these guys are actually about to be built, I think. Not quite. But as soon as I can, I'm going to set these guys to empty, remove these. In fact, remove these. I'm going to prioritize one of these for haulers. I'm going to remove 2 of them for now. This, is that going to be in the way where I want things? I'm going to leave that for the moment, and you'll see why. But for now, get these built, start gathering the logs, and then we can get on with the construction. Because I want to get as much of this done as I can before the next wet season. But there's one big significant change I need to do right about here before I get to the wet season. But this needs to be done first. We have 2 days of this drought left, and we've got some work yet to do. And I really wish this beaver, whichever beaver this is, with the, it's not even the dirt, it's like the compactor. Like, you're just going to go tappy, tap, tap, and then I got a train block built. But oh no, everybody wants to carry the logs. And this is the high priority. Like, that's a second high priority. But they're doing that, not this. Like, guys, come on. We've got the wet season incoming, and I have some work to do, but I need to seal this entire area off. Oh, here he comes. Are you the dude? Yeah, you slept in, didn't you? Yeah, I called you out, and yeah, there you go, and done. Okay, perfect. So now what I can do is I can seal this area off. I will set all the bottom to high priority, including over here. Please get the bottom done. And that's because we're doing a little bit of a risky move. I'm going to come in and remove some things. Ooh, gids. It'll be fine because they can still access things from this side. But, you know what? Fortune favors the bold, and I'm going to get bold right here. All of this is going to go away. Oh, hang on. Let's not do it while I've got beavers actually on it, just in case. Let's get rid of all this and this. Okay, there we go. They're going to get very upset here for a moment. But there's a few things we need to do. Step 1, we are going to fill, well, me, slash the beavers, are going to fill this up to this height here. That's going to push the water up, not having to fill this cavity. I think this is the right play. I'm not sure if that's water dynamics will work in our favor or not. And then the second thing I need to do is fill in these. Did I accidentally delete those? I might have. But let's fill in that. And then the next part is I'm gonna add some sluice gates. Yeah. We're gonna have 6, because I have 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here. But I'm gonna put in 6 there. These I will set to a high priority. And for 2 reasons. One, that's gonna allow me to. Oh, is that in the wrong spot? That is in the wrong. That is in the wrong spot. Pause. Pause. Yeah. Yeah. Many reasons why a certain career path did not. Well, I won't say work out for me, but things that would probably not good for me to do. Okay. So with that being said, we're gonna fill you in with terrain. Set you to a very high priority, followed by putting in sluice gates. There we go. That's going to be good. Now here, I am going to leave all of that open. I can leave this open. That's fine. That's fine for bad water. Okay. Now that means, that's a 2. 3, 3, 3. Followed by some force. Here, this is going to get impermeable floor tiles. I don't want to forget those. Okay, let's get things going. I'm going to set all of that to high priority. All of this, oh, hang on. This level to high priority. Oh, God. Okay, we're going to have to do this the other way. Set that to high priority, come back, and we'll do that as, I could do this correctly, as a high priority. That's fine. That's fine. Although, I don't think those will, no, those will get built. Probably, maybe, someday. No, you guys, high priority as well. Please, just do it. We are 1 day away from potentially a big grave area. Oh no, we're gonna be fine. That is sealed at the lowest level. That's fine. These are still open. Those will work for now. And you'll see what I mean by for now. The other thing I'm gonna do while we've got things paused, while we're waiting for the beavers to do things, I'm going to do a nice little spiral staircase using these 3 overhangs. Death-defying gravity type stuff. I think I need to go up 1 more, so that's what we're going to do. I think that's going to be the right height. So I do need to come in and put in a bunch of staircases. Easy way to rotate things around. And confidently state that I'm going to get them all. Kind of like Pokemon, which a game I've never played. But I think I can get all of these. I think I did. Beauty. So as you can tell, and I did not get them all. Dang it. Missed these guys. And come on up. And we are fully connected. There we go. Beauty. So, did I go too high? We'll find out, because what I want to do is come up. Okay, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, maybe I don't need to go as that high. Okay, that's 9, right? Was my counting correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is 10. You know what? Let's go 10, because things work out. Okay, that can go. That's going to save me a little bit of work. And I can run pathing here. So you can see the great build is going to begin. But that staircase is going to be extremely important. Oh, 0.2 of a day. 0.2 of a day. Okay, we'll see. We're going to see if we were too cocky or not. Once again, I can come up and get a staircase thing in. Not sure if that's that, looks to be right. But we'll find out. Get these guys in. Staircases galore. Odds of missing? High. Though I think I might have got them all. Did I get them all? Would be a rarity. Oh, did not get them all. Kind of missing the all-important one from the ground. But this is also a great way to make sure I got them all, because we can see the nice little red line go up. And boom. Nice. Okay. So while all that is going on, I can also put the levees here. Work our way up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beauty. So, a lot for the beavers to build, and this is why this guy is still here. Although, in all honesty, that should move. So I am going to just move things, prioritize all of this. Oh, including some platforms, please. With a large industrial pile. Yeah, I should have moved this earlier. I didn't. My bad. Because this is going to prevent the beavers from basically working. Oh, hang on. Now that that's in, I want to close you. And you rush the build? Yeah, I rushed the build. The water's still going to flow through this area and feed this completely desolate area, egads. And then, of course, here, we have water filling up here. Nothing died, barely. Good news. This shouldn't overflow. We should be fine for now. Oh, pause. What's going on here? Oh, no, that's fine. Okay. I thought we had a major leak. I think I might change this up. Not at the moment. Not at the moment. That's coming along nice and quick. Beavers are filling up. Oh, they got all this. That is good. Which means, I think what I'm going to do, I am going to prioritize that along with the levees in the back. So the beavers have priorities. They'll be able to access all of this. Get all this built. As soon as this part of the system is built, I can then come in. Ooh, you know what? Let's make sure no beaver gets stuck where I don't want them. Thinking about prioritizing this. That way they can only build basically from the inside. So we'll get this layer built, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to start closing things off. I'm going to come around and build up this. And you'll see a while, you'll see why in a little while. But in terms of your while, it'll be lickety-split, barba-click. In terms of me, it could be a few cycles. Because this is a lot for the beavers to build. Now, actually what we'll do, I'll show you one little trick that's going to be a good time saver for the beavers. In fact, I'm going to remove these guys. So they're going to be able to come around along here. And I'm going to put in a bridge. And then at that bridge point, I'll put a levee. And then from there, I'll put a bridge. And then you guys are going to be shocked at what's going to happen next. Well, I'm going to put a bunch of levees. And then a bridge. Oh, and I missed one levee. So that would not have worked out too well. But you get the point. There we go. And then, once again, a 6 bridge. So what's going to happen is the beavers are going to be able to come in as soon as they get their little beaver behinds up here. If I connect the pathing, now they'll be able to come up this staircase system, slowly build things out. Now, I could chintz it over here too, but I'm not going to. Now, in terms of prioritization, though, I want to make sure they actually prioritize the right things. So that would be things like here, here, obviously coming around here, because they're going to have to get up here. And then, of course, this entire staircase system. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. But what I want, so I can kind of walk away and let things go. Prioritize all of this. Not you. Not you. You are too high priority. Oh, we've got a bad tide approaching. Oh, this is short, wet season. No. Yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully it's a short, bad tide. But otherwise, that would take a long, long while for all that to occur. Let's just check in. Yeah, see, this water is all nice and full up. This is coming along. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is going to take a moment. Has this overflowed? Nope. We're still good. Still good. But you can see things are going to take time. They're going to take some time, but that's fine. The beavers, well, the beavers and the bots, they've got some work to do, and we'll just let them get this all built up, or at least mostly built up, because it's kind of like watching paint dry. So we'll see you in a second. Well, that is finally built. Yes, we have our own log storage up here. I'm going to prioritize this by haulers. We're going to slow things down here for a moment. We do have busy little beavers, and these bridges are working out. In fact, I added this one in, and I've had to flip some around because this gang here was much more productive. And they're almost over here to where the actual water source is. Now, I have started placing one over here as well. You might be wondering, you're almost done. Yeah, probably, but probably not as well. I do have something I might want to add in the future, but let's put this guy in. So this is just a 3 overhang with another set of 3 overhangs, and then of course a storage unit. And it is placed where it can be accessed. Beauty. We're going to set that to logs to obtain. And once again, I really wish I could set the prioritized by haulers at the build stage. That would be great. Now, I could also start removing the bridges, but we'll get this guy built. But more importantly, I want to start getting this because we are less than 5 days for this trek to be over. And I think we can start testing what I wanted to test out. So, and to prepare for that, I am going to close these guys. Oh, and somewhere around here. Oh, where are you? Go down, 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 right here. We're going to close these guys. These ones, we're going to open, and we are going to make sure this is set to close above contamination 5%. Otherwise, I think we should be fine, because that's the same thing I had here. Yeah, it was set to close above 5% contamination, so that's going to be fine. Now, no contamination. It is coming off of a drought, so not a big deal in that sense. So let's pop back up, see what else we have on the go. So these guys are going to get this done. That is prioritized. In fact, I wonder if I set you to empty. Which way are you guys going to take them? You going to go up? You going to take them up? Oh, no, you're just going to take them over one. Good job. Good job. And the thing is, I don't mind these being, maybe if I set it as supply to other warehouses. Maybe that's the trick. And then they'll come up here. Yeah. There we go. So that's going to be a much shorter trip for the beavers. They can come and bang out a few more without having to go all the way down this spiral staircase, and it's going to be fine. Now, the other thing I'll point out that I did while, things were just going along, I have laid down the platforms here. Now, what I have not done is lay down, of course, the impermeable floor tiles. Now, I am going to take this opportunity to come in and remove areas and prioritize. Oh, come on. Prioritize. Remove, remove. Ah, not the rubble. There we go. Boom. Gone. So levy. Come in with a platform. Come back, permanent floor tile. We're going to prioritize all of that, please. Thank you. And I got to do the same down here, the floor tiles. But if I zoom down, oh, maybe I'll let these guys continue because that is a thoroughfare. This sky bridge, even better than the original. Yeah, that wasn't very good. But that is something else I can do. Now, the other thing I want to do while we can do it anytime, I'm going to start moving actually where things run. So you'll see that'll be our future, but I'm going to run that along here. Same thing right along here. All the way down to where, yeah, we can connect right there. So now, to make sure things are still efficient, I'm going to remove just, as you can see, just the pathing. Because I don't want them to take this pathing anymore. Ooh, I'm going to have to connect it there. And all the way down. Nope, don't remove things. There we go. Just the path. And then, yeah, I will connect it down here. I do have structures in the way, so connect. And then, of course, connect. Oh, I said connect. There we go. Beauty. So that is going to be centered. I think it's going to look better, especially as we move things along. I don't think this is going to stay here. I could hide it. Maybe that's... Ooh. Maybe I do that. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. So how are we going to hide it? Well, quite simply. We're just going to hide it. Not that I don't have anything else to do, but if I come in here... In fact... Oh, no, I'm going to have to keep the pathing for now. But what I can do is we can disguise it, quite simply, by putting a bunch of levees around it. So it's going to be a nice little box area. Oh, we have some pathing to remove here as well. Gone. I think this is going to look pretty snazzy. As long as no beavers get stuck here. And then I can figure out a way. Well, actually, that's quite simple. How do you hide things? Well, if I... Well, one, I can put a double. And then the update 7 has a beautiful level. Oh. Well, I have an idea too. Hang on. Can I make this work? I think I can make this work. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Okay, that's 3s all the way. If I just put a double, and then I came in. Ah. Oh, no, maybe it's... Oh, hang on. Maybe I can get away with a single. Can I get away with a single? Yes! And then, if I come in, yes. I think it's going to look good. Once all that is done, although I might need to jut that out and move it over one. That might be what I need to do. But we'll figure that out. It's not necessarily bad to see the staircase, but I wouldn't mind hiding it. But either way, you're going to see a doorway, right? Yeah, from one angle, you're going to see a doorway. That's fine. So, nice little extra project for those beavers to do. But they got to get this finished. So let's make sure everything is necessarily prioritized. It is. That's prioritized. And you guys aren't getting this done for some reason. Come on, get this done as well, please. So that is almost going to get done. This is going to get done. Great. And we have 3 days until the wet season. So let's see what that brings us. Well, best laid plans have been laid to waste. We're going to have to go through another cycle. Well, of course, the bad tide cycle. But this wall did not get built high enough, and I had to stop my test. So you're going to have to hold on to see what that test is about. But yeah, I have the water now flowing out here because it was flowing over this. They're only now getting to this. They're building it pretty quick now. So thank you, beavers. But a day late, $1 short. In fact, they've basically got this tower done. And I haven't even figured out what to put on top yet. Dear goodness. Way to go, guys. The other thing is, you might notice, I do have here a nice little wall coming up. But why don't I take this opportunity to at least fix a few things? AKA, let's prioritize getting the top done. So we can come along here. They can get this done. And because it's not the big urgent area, but I am going to set this all to a too high priority because there are some other tasks around like this guy. So let's finish this first. Although the beavers will do what the beavers want. So we'll let this get done. I'm going to go through this bad tide. Actually, let's just jump ahead here in a second and see how long this bad tide actually is. Thankfully, this is a short drought. Bad tide, guys. Only a 19-day bad tide. So what we're going to do is get through this bad tide. Well, not only did we get through this bad tide, we've jumped through time. I actually had a power outage while recording, and I also failed to notice after getting things up and running again, I didn't have sound. So a little bit more voiceover here, but as you can see, a nice little entrance into our tower, with, I don't know, heated floors, some flames. I'm not sure. I still have the storage up there because I think I'm going to do a few extra things up here. But you know this? Notice this? Nice straight line path going down the middle. I think that looks much, much better. I do have a little cleanup to do. Now, what we need to do is wait and see how long it's going to take to get water in here. But first, I'm going to make sure everything is closed up because we're at cycle 114, day 1, and the wet season is upon us. And just going to have to wait to see how much can get filled. Hopefully this is a long wet season. Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long. Oh, dang. We got a bit of weight here. Oh, yeah, I can see that. 42% contamination. That Kool-Aid is not good enough to drink. Not recommended. Not recommended at all. So this is why I waited for a drought. Had a couple bad tides go back to back. A little bit of frustration there, but you know what? It is what it is. But you can see it's actually jumping down pretty quick. We're down to 30-some%. Now, this back corner is going to be a bit of a problem. There's not much I think I can truly do about that. Unless I kind of moved everything over one, which I don't really want to. So, but it is what it is, what it is. But you can see, going down pretty quick. This is the quick, fast area. Oh, well, okay. Once again, not good. 46% up there. It's just going to take some time. But yeah, just have to live with the bad tide. Maybe for the next time I can figure out a better way to divert all this. But you can see, yeah, it's going to take a bit. Going to take a little bit for all of this to go away. Now, with that, we are doing quite well. It is about 2/3 full, but as you can see, yeah, we didn't hit the top mark, and actually I think I messed up. We were coming off of a bad tide, so we need to really come off of a drought to really test how things would really work out for us. It's going to do pretty good. Now, I think I'm just going to end up letting this water out. It's probably the best bet. Let it empty, because as you can see here, yeah, you know what? This reservoir did pretty good too. It is nearly 2/3 full. Oh, sorry, that's the first one. Yeah, this one's not very good. It is basically empty. So, because that's most of the water is sitting up here. So I think I'm just gonna let this water flow out, and we're just gonna have to jump to through this bad tide, get through a dry season, and then let things flow. All right, coming back from a dry season, no bad tide, no ugly Kool-Aid to worry about. So that is a good thing, which means this reservoir we'll be able to test to see how much water we can actually get stored up here. Now, just need to make sure all is good. Yeah, no water appears to be flowing out. So you know what? I think we're just going to let this wet season go, and we can see how full we end up getting things here. All right, so we have just gone through that entire wet season. As you can see, a new bad tide has arrived, and this reservoir is nearly full. Now, I might be off by a unit or two, but I did the calculations, and I calculated nearly 4,500 units of water. That is pretty amazing. You can see there's still a little space left, so I think I got the height right. Now, I think I might come back here and do things so that this would be fully operational in terms of putting water where it needs to, yet also storing it, aka I'd want to make sure water does go down to the canola farm area. Most of that water's, or a chunk of that water, saved for that, but as you can see, this has cost me. I've killed some of the forest, that's fine. But if you look here, that reservoir, nice and full. And this one, actually, not bad. This is all the excess water, so pretty darn good. And as you can see here, canola farm, it actually kept enough water through that, so pretty good. Now, got some things that died off, but you know what? I think with that, I think we did ourselves a good job here. So probably should come in, let the spice flow, the water flow, because it's done its job. I've done my test, and we can now start getting all these trees back alive again, including this little pond area. So, oh, I should point out, yes, I did change this up. Notice just a couple of levees there. I shrunk it, so that should do a little better as well. Pretty darn good. But with that, I think this is a great spot to leave it for today. Cycle 117 heading in, so I think it's a great time. Say thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. See you next time. Bye for now.